All right, so good morning once again. We're on to our revision of mathematics, grade 9 mathematics revision series, and we'll trust that as we go on this class, you'll be able to flow with everything we're doing, not forgetting that your exam, mock exam, is due this Saturday. Okay, so we'll start with mathematics. Today is the 13th day of July, 2020. Mathematics. Grade 9 revision series. And we're done with the OBJ. So today we'll be doing, we'll be looking at the theory. So we look at Neco 2018, Neco 2018 theory. And we have two questions here. And the questions may look very simple, but you must pay attention to details. When it comes to theory, there's a way we handle theory as different from the way we handle OBJ. There's a way we handle theory as different from the way we handle OBJ. So it's important that when you're solving theory questions, you show your workings well. Show your workings very well. So question 1 says, I guess you have your own question paper there. It's usually tagged paper 3. Usually tagged paper 3. And question 1A says, if a plastic cup costs 80 naira and half a dozen of it costs 420 naira, find the discount on half dozen. A plastic cup costs 80 naira and half dozen of it costs 420 naira. Find the discount on half dozen. Very simple. You start by saying cost of 1 cup is equal to 80 naira. So half dozen is equal to 12 over 2 cups. Because half dozen is what? 6 cups. Are we following? Half dozen is what? 6 cups. Now, at this cost, comma, half dozen of cups will be what? 80 times what? 6. And that'll be what? 480 naira. Now, you are told that but half dozen cost what? 420 naira. So discount on half dozen will now be equal to what? 480 minus 420, and that will be 60 naira. So that's what they expect you to do in question 1. In question 1A. In question 1B, it says find the value of y if y base 2 times 101 base 2 equal to what? 110111 base what? 2. How do you handle that question? Very simple. The first thing you need to do is to convert you convert this. You convert it to base 10. You convert this to base 10. So how do you do that? This will be 0, this will be 1, this will be 2, this will be 3, this will be 4, this will be 5. So this will be equal to 1 times 2 to the power of 5 plus 1 times 2 to the power of 4 plus 1 times 2 to the power of 2. Remember I said that anything that multiplies 0 is 0, so you don't need to waste your time here indicating this one. it doesn't add any value to us, so we don't indicate that. Plus 1 times 2 raised to the power of 1 plus 1 times 2 raised to the power of 0. So you add that, that'll be 32 plus 16 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. What does that give you? 48, 52, 53, 55. So that will be 55. So you can confirm that that's base 10. The next thing you do is to convert this one to base 10. So how do you get that? This will now give you 0, 1, 2. 1 times 2 raised to the power of 2 plus 1 times 2 raised to the power of 0. And what does that give you? That will give you 1. That will give you 4 plus 1, and that is what? 5. At this point, y in base 2 plus times 5 will be equal to 55. This is in base 2. This is in base 10. Do you understand? So which means y in base 2 will be equal to 55 over what? 5. This one is in what? That will give you what? Y in base 2 will be equal to 11. In base 10. Y in base 2 will be equal to 11 in base 10. So what do you do at this point? You now need to do what? Convert that to an answer in base 2. Now, y in base 2, this will be equal to what? Now I need to carry out a long division. 2 here will give me 5, remainder 1. 2 here will give me 2, remainder 1. 2 here will give me 1, remainder 0. And 2 here will give me 0, remainder 1. Reading from bottom to top. This will give me 1, 0, 1, 1 base 2. So y will be equal to 1, 0, 1, 1 base 2. That's the answer for that question. Now let's look at 1C. 1C says the product of 3 numbers is what? 3,150. 2 of the numbers are 14 and 15. Find the third number. Let the third number be x, which means that 14 times 15 times x will be equal to 3,150. So x will now be equal to 3,150 divided by 14 times 15. So you start cancelling out. 2 go here, 7. 2 go here, or rather 10. 2 here, 7. 5 here, 3. And that will give me 315. 7 go here, 1. 7 go here will give me 45. 3 go here, 1. 3 go here, that will give me 15. I hope I did that correctly. So x will now be equal to 15. So x is equal to 15. So the third number we're looking for will be what? 15. So with that, let's go to question 2a. In question 2a, it says factorize 28a squared minus 63b squared. If you look at that number closely, you discover that 7 can divide both. 7 can. So you have what? 7 into 4a squared minus what? 9b squared. Look at the number very well again. You discover that 4 is a perfect square, so I can write that as what? 2 squared. A is a squared minus 3 is a perfect square, so that will be 3 squared. And that will be what? B squared. I can rewrite this one to mean 7 into 2a all squared. Remember, this is squared, so I can bring out the squared out. Minus 3b all squared. Remember we taught you something earlier, that Recall that a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b into a minus b. And I remember telling you that it's something you ought not to forget. You can't forget that. You cannot forget that, because that's just a simple idea needed in this question. So from here, this will be equal to 7 into 2a minus b or plus b into minus 3 plus 3b, sorry. That will be 2a plus 3b into 2a minus 3b. All right. So that's what that will be. And this will be the final answer. In question 2b, the question says solve the equation. We have 4x plus 5 over 7 plus 3x equal to x over 7 minus 1 over 9. You are told to solve this. Now, there are different approaches you can take to this, but I think the easiest approach is to multiply through by the LCM. To multiply through by the LCM. Anytime you're given an equation to solve, the best thing is to multiply through by the LCM. So the LCM, LCD, the LCD, LCM and the LCD are the same, but in this context, we say LCD. LCD of 7 and 9, these are the denominators now, is 63. You need to work that one out. It's not for me to show you how to work that one out. You should be able to do that by now. So with that, I'll multiply through by 63. So this will now be 63 into 4x plus 5 divided by 7 plus 63 times 3x plus, rather, equal to 63 x over 7 minus 63 over 9. So when you do that, what you're going to get will be, this is 63, this is 63, sorry. That will be 9 into 4x plus 5 plus, this is 189x equal to 9x minus 7. So please check and verify that what we are doing is right. So this will be 36x plus 40 plus 189x equal to 9x minus 7. So I will move all of this way. If I add these two, I'm going to get 225x plus 40 equal to 9x minus 7. Let's quickly do a review of what we are doing so that we're sure that we have not made a mistake. That is in order. This is in order. 63 will be the LCM. That's in order. This one will give me 9. This will give me 7. Good. So we're in order. So this will now be 225x minus 9x equal to minus 7 minus 40. So we'll subtract these two. We're going to get okay, 5. Beautiful. Thanks for the observation. This is 45, not 40. That was why. So this will be minus 45. That will give me minus 50, negative 52. And when I do the subtraction of this, I'm going to get 200 and that should be 216x, if I'm right. Please confirm. Please do your math and confirm if we have breached any process. Confirm if we have breached any process. So which means x will be equal to negative 52 over 216. And that will give you negative 13 over what? 54. So confirm. I'll leave you to do some extra confirmation on that and see whether we have done what is right. But if we have done what is right, that's what the question should be, and that's what the answer that will follow would look like. All right. I'll stop at this point. I'll stop at this point for our class today. But I'm going to snap and send to you WAEC questions. State exam theory questions. And I want you to look at them because that will form the basis of our class tomorrow or Wednesday. So I'll give you lots of questions to solve. I want you to copy them into your book and try to solve them. All right. Thank you very much for our class today. It was a very short one, but I trust that you go back and really look at it. Theory work is usually very sensitive, so I expect that you go back and study these questions. If possible, recopy the questions and try to solve all of them on your own. And that will be the size of our class this morning. Thank you and God bless.